drinking is falling in popularity among American teenagers, and it's been replaced by pot smoking. According to a new report from the Department of Health, high school students on the East Coast, the West Coast, and in some Midwest and Southwest states use marijuana more than they binge drink. Teens still preferred shots to pot in a handful of states, including Texas and Montana. What do you think? And would you rather have teens drink alcohol or smoke marijuana?
I mean, obviously, I think we would all love it if they weren't into either.
That's right, Mrs. L.
But it's a really, really hard question because, okay, with pot, all right, they become complacent. It takes away their drive to do anything. They just become a couch potato. They sit there, or otherwise they're just giggling at you all day. And then there can be, depending on your chemicals in your brain, you can become
Depressed.
and also psycho something. Schizophrenic. That's the one. So, and then with drinking, we all know what happens with drinking. So it's like this.
Right.
Yeah, neither is good, but I know as a teenager, the kids I saw that were drinking a lot were drunk driving and raging at people and really in bad behavior, and the kids that smoked pot were sitting on the couch eating potato chips. So it's not great, but I'm choosing that one because I feel like if it were my kids, they might be a little safer, even though, of course, we don't want them to do either.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Statistically, we hear about how alcohol impairs your thinking and when you drive, when you do just about anything. For those of us where it has touched personally in terms of family members, I can see what it does to the entire body. I mean, it can kill you. It destroys your liver, and I don't know. I've not
brain.
Absolutely. I have not necessarily seen a study that says that the same thing happens with marijuana, even though I know that if kids partake before a certain age that their brains aren't developed yet. But I can just imagine how the alcohol can actually be more destructive in my opinion. I'm just going by statistically and just things I've witnessed.
Well, let's encourage these kids to get high on life like they did for us.
I will say,
As I sip out of my
as you sip out of your
juice.
mystery cup that you're over there drinking, I will say that
That's
kids.
Here we go.
You want to encourage your kids to make smart choices, and if they're impaired, they're going to make bad choices no matter what they're on. But I will say that, especially if I had girls, I would really not want them to drink because I also feel like the incidence of assault and other kinds of poor decisions with your body happen when you're drinking, and that's the thing I would really want them to avoid.
It's not like you don't know what marijuana is laced with, because if you lace it with formaldehyde or if you lace it with meth, how don't we just say, don't do none of it? Don't do none of it. Eat healthy, be healthy, live healthy. Don't do none of it.
I think that is a good advice to live by. Have another.
By the way, teenagers across the country are rolling their eyes.
We'll be right back.